Pass to
not have
Barlow.
someone try to prove everything wrong.
And here's Maxey outside.
Anti-authority.
Traore
This is
with
someone
the
who cares
rebound.
less about the rules. They're going to break the rules and get what they want without thinking twice about the consequences of their actions. So another bad personality
Here's the
trait to
drive.
have. Prove.
Oubre with the
And
steal.
finally, there is resignation. Someone who
For the
accepts
finish.
that doesn't happen.
And finished off by
They don't
Oubre.
care what outcome
And the
happens to
leaping
them
ability
or the
of
operation
Oubre
they're
Jr.
conducting.
When he
If
gets
something does
inside,
go
this guy's
all of
determined
these risk
to
factors we
finish.
talked about are very important to consider.
Back to
Because
Claxton.
you want a physically and mentally stable
Another
team
shot.
helping you to
And the layup is good.
If at all, you
Claxton's
find
got 6
somebody
points.
on your crew
Just
who
setting
shows
the
signs
tone with
of
an
any of these
aggressive
risk factors
move
we talked about,
to the rag.
pull
And where's
aside,
the help
replace them with somebody
defensively?
else.
Well, when you are
notice,
the aggressor
do not want
this
anybody
early,
on your crew
it is
causing
intimidating.
issues with something going on.
And he hits it to tie the
Essentially,
game up.
what I just covered is all the main
He's got 8.
regulations
And
that
a nice
you're gonna
job
want
here
to
early
do.
of establishing
It's
an
always
inside
under the
pressure.
decision process you
Come
want to
on,
serve.
you can't be
But
doing
hopefully,
that.
if you
I
need to
know
review
these guys
anything
want to put
specific,
on a show,
have everything
but
divided
you
out for you
can't
on
pass
the
up
timeline,
scoring
help make it
opportunities.
easier for you if you need to review
Here's
anything else.
Clowney.
National
Outside
Airspace System.
Porter.
This is probably
Just
one
5
of
on
the
the
more
clock.
complicated topics a lot of people struggle with.
Pass to
because the
Traore.
FAA requires you
Out
to
of
know
bounds.
the different
Philadelphia
classes
takes
of
possession.
airspace, as well as
And
answer
that's
questions
just
that involve
carelessness
how to
there. I
use
mean,
the
you have
sector
got to have your
during
head
exam.
in the game.
I will say it's
And-
going to seem a bit daunting at first, but it starts to make more sense as you review everything and answer some sample questions that involve using the sectional charts. There are 2 types of airspace. You have controlled airspace, and then you have non-controlled
Timeout
airspace.
called by Nick Nurse.
If you're wanting to fly
Coach
in
needs
controlled
a moment to
airspace,
talk
that
things over.
means you're going to need permission from air traffic control prior to launching your drone. If you want to fly in non-controlled airspace, then you don't have to ask permission by ATC at all. Now, the airspace is broken up into 6 classes, starting with Class A airspace all the way to Class B airspace. Phonetic alphabet, so that way we don't use certain letters that sound similar over the radio, such as P for Bravo or P for Papa. You do not need to memorize the entire phonetic alphabet for the exam, but if I were to suggest anything to you, I would suggest just knowing these letters A through G, because sometimes the test questions may decide to say Class Delta instead of just saying Class B. So I'm going to try and keep repeating those letters throughout this part of the video until you can memorize them just a little bit more. If we go back to the previous slide, you'll notice classes Alpha and Echo are part of controlled airspace. Class Golf is the only class of airspace that is uncontrolled. Main flight is located within Class 1, then you don't
1:32 left in the first quarter. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You gotta love the
Let's break down
fearless
each class
attitude
of
of Lowry.
airspace, starting with
Nice
Class
job
A or
getting
Class
inside
Alpha
and executing.
airspace. This is the only class of
Porter
airspace
in the
that is
corner.
not conceptual chart because it starts high above the vertical altitude of 18,000 feet.
Pass to
And
Clowney.
This
5
is
on the
class
clock.
of airspace that
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their
class of
attention.
airspace starts
And not the most
18,000
common
feet,
call
goes
you'll
high
see
to
in the NBA, but
60,000.
hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be
I'm
called more.
gonna go back
We
home
see a
and tell my
lot of
person,
moving
go
screens
finish
in today's NBA.
Better.
Now Edgecombe. And that one's good. Drummond.
Well, he knew the contact was coming. Drummond took it anyway and finished.
Pass to Claxton.
Class B or Class Bravo airspace. This is the airspace you find surrounding select
And it's sent back by Drummond.
Hartsfield,
Not letting that one
The
fly.
section chart
Drummond using
is
his
going
height
very
and wingspan
big in
to
size.
deny the shooter.
Look for Class Bravo.
Here's
Side
Edgecombe.
It looks like an upside down.
Nice D from Porter.
And not allowing the
Taylor
shooter
Class
even
Bravo,
an inch
sectional
of
guard.
breathing
It's
room on that one.
identified using solid
There's no airspace there whatsoever.
Taking a
That's
closer
as close
look
as you
at the
can get
second
without
guard.
foul.
It's about the blue lines
And there's the foul. It's on Nolan Traore. That's his first foul.
better.
And you can
Gonna
see
leave
he
this up
just
for just a
didn't
moment
get
so you
squared up
have
with his
time to
feet.
see this a little closer.
Lowry.
Again, Class Bravo airspace.
Up and in on the
Going to
layup.
have various layers.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball
Now, in Class Bravo
inside and getting
airspace,
points
basically
from
reverse
range.
that.
And so it's Philadelphia with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got...
That's the top number. Whenever you read these numbers on the sectional chart, when you look on, keep in mind,
And if you're just joining
you need
us,
to add
we've played
2
through one
zeros
quarter in this
to
one.
those numbers in order to
And a
see
look
what
now at how the
actual
offensive
altitudes
approach
are.
has been going here so far
this
for the
example right here,
76ers.
was 30 on the
Well, a
bottom.
lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
Here's Claxton. It's Drummond with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 6.
It still requires air traffic control systems.
The jump hook.
On the
Bank
sectional
shot.
chart,
No good.
it's going to be identified as 2 solid magenta lines. Here's what it looks like.
Here's Ferré.
And
No scoring in this one.
Here's what it looks like.
On the
Just
wing,
magenta
Porter.
on the screen. Again, it's similar to an upside-down wedding cake. However, it's mainly composed
Stolen by
of 2
Walker.
cylinders that are going to
And now Philadelphia on the break. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And great hustle from Maxey in the open court, getting there on the fast break.
All the way up until about yeah.
Right
Let's take a
side,
look
Porter.
at the outer corner. This outer
Over
shell is
Edwards.
twice as tall. 10 off the line.
Great
Starts
tee
from
that
about
time from Edwards.
1,200 feet all the way up to
And it's
4,000.
Maxey with the ball for the
I want to mention
76ers.
there's also an outer
And there's
area.
the foul.
It's gonna be
It's on Nolan Ferré.
outside of these
That's
scores.
foul number 2 for
And
him.
he offers vertical coverage as well.
And
So,
here's
when
Maxey
asked what
outside.
the typical radius of Class C
Rebound,
airspace
Brooklyn.
is, you might want to say 10, but it's actually 20 miles.
Pass to
Now,
Claxton.
here's what it looks like next to Class Bravo if you would compare the different airspaces so far. Class B with Class Delta.
Sweet little floater.
This class of airspace
Claxton's got 10 points.
all the way up to 25.
So graceful with the teardrop.
Multiple airports inside it.
And here's Maxey outside. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right
On the
there.
sectional
He'll go
chart,
to the line with a chance for 3.
But it's distinguished as
Probably
solid.
the last guy you want to foul out there. Maxey's almost automatic at the strike.
And the 76ers making a change here.
Extends up. So in this case, the Class
And he
Delta
nails the
extends
third.
from the surface. all the
I'm
way to
sure they
25
don't want to send him
Yeah.
to the line. That has to be in their scouting.
Remember, when you look at these numbers on the sectional chart, add 2 zeros.
Ferré. And Joel Embiid pulls it
And
down.
for visual reference,
Oh,
this
you've
side
got
view
to
again
be able
has
to
some
deliver
airspace.
when you get a
Compared
bunny
to
like
all
that.
the
That's
other
just too
airspaces
easy of a shot to miss.
Class B
Embiid,
with
the
Class
screen.
Echo airspace.
Another miss
Where
by
it begins to
Philadelphia.
limit, you can start either
That's
at
trailed by
700,
9.
1200 feet.
Here's
Sometimes you
Curry.
can start at surface level.
And he takes the
It's
feed in
mostly
stride
gonna
and
be a
slams it
forward
home.
sprint, doesn't have the control tower,
Great
but
pass
has
to hit him in
instrument approaches
stride.
for
Love to see
That
teammates
means
in sync with
for
each other.
airplanes that are flying into an airport that are not looking out the window to see where the runway is. Yes, it's true. They're using more
Ferré.
advanced level of flying.
The kick out to
Fly
Porter.
through clouds.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Now, at altitude between 14,500, 17,900.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Class Echo airspace.
Baz
So
to
if you look
Edgecombe.
at the chart again from the site. All these gaps, for the most part, of a completely other classes of airspace
Back to
are
Maxey.
considered class
From
Echo.
downtown,
Finally, there's class.
the 76ers with another miss.
This is the
And you
airspace.
don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Demon.
We'll start from the surface.
A putback.
and go to the
Clowney.
base and control airspace.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
That one is off. The 76ers making a switch here. And the second free throw, good.
Western parts of the US.
Philadelphia
What you
leading
really
by
need to know from the
6.
exam is that Class G will be from the
Here's
surface
Edgecombe.
to 700 feet.
Off target with his 3. And here are the Nets. Only allowed 5 points in the
Hopefully
quarter.
this introduction to airspace wasn't too bad for you, so let's do some practice questions.
1:43 left
What
in the
is
first half of the
required
game.
when operating with Class B
Edgecombe with the
airspace?
steal.
According to 14 CFR Part 207, how may
On Spence Embiid.
operate?
Here's Barlow. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Let me give you a moment.
Hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Both of these are basically going to be the same answer. The unique
Here's Deming. Hasn't made one yet.
Controlled airspace. This is the most important
And
thing
again,
you need
no
to
good
remember
by
when you're
Brooklyn.
dealing with controlled airspace. Now, let's try and look at a few sectional charts. Refer to this sectional
104
chart.
left in the
What
second quarter.
airspace is Hayward
Dash to
executed in?
Edgecombe.
And refer to this
A
sectional
chance to
chart.
extend the lead to double
Airspace
digits, but it's no good.
5 miles
Down
of
low.
Bucks County Airport.
And there's the slam dunk to
When you
finish
take
it
the part of
off.
the 7 exam,
Strong
they're going
move to the 10, trying to get his
sectional
guys
charts for you
going.
to look at.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes
First
that
one,
kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things
But
around.
let's break it down.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. 40 seconds left in the first half.
Indeed, you get it right the first time. Sponsor your job on Indeed to get matched quality candidates. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
Pass to Embiid.
For starters, the question tells us to refer to this
5 to
section
shoot.
chart.
And they double up
6.
Embiid.
You'll see a reference
Over
number
Claxton.
by a red dot.
The 76ers again
So
can't hit it.
you have an easier time finding the area of the section chart they want you to
Here's Ferré.
I'm going to go ahead and zoom into area 6.
In deep. And that's good off the glass
For
that
this
time.
question, I'm going to start by finding
Ronnie's
airport
got 5.
information so I know.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots
After
every
that, I
time.
should see the airport
And a
marker
close game
next
so
to the
far through the first 2 quarters as we reach
On
halftime.
this chart, it looks like
76ers
two dots
lead by
and the
4.
2 lines in the middle
And
that
we'll be
are the
back for the
runways
second
that
half
airport.
following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
The sectional chart is exactly the way that they're going to be laid out.
And
in
after a fairly
orientation.
even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a quick one as both teams try to gain an edge. Sinks that one from the post. Brownies got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Brooklyn. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. No good on the 3.
It's almost like he's
So the
trying
answer
to
again
make
is
things
class
hard on
B.
himself. You know,
Now,
he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy.
sectional charts.
The 76ers
Airspace
leading.
overlay within 5 miles of Bucks County Airport.
And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time.
Zoom in on Area
That's
5,
foul number 2 for him.
Bucks County Airport is in Class C airspace. But we're asked what the airspace
And
is
timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
That indicates other controlled classes of airspace. So in this case, the answer is going to be Class G airspace or Class G all airspace. Anytime you see the sectional chart appear like this, it's going to indicate to you that it is uncontrolled airspace. But let's break down sectional charts a bit more now, because there are some other components that you're going to need to look out for besides controlled airspace on a sectional chart. Let's look at prohibited areas. Prohibited areas are going to be areas that are being protected for national security. You're going to find these in surrounding government buildings, such as the White House, for example. Some prohibited areas do have times of the day that you can fly there, but most of the time they're going to be off limits to you because most prohibited areas are active 24/7. Next is restricted areas. And you're going to be identified with this distinct blue pattern and what exactly is going on in the restricted area. It can be anything from guided missiles to artillery. So if you need to fly in a restricted area, you need to get permission or fly when you know the restricted area is not active. Some restricted areas do have specific times of the day that you can fly through, and you can find that info on the back of the section code by referencing the number assigned to that area. Next are warning areas. They are the same as restricted areas, except the difference is that they are
Embiid inside.
They're mainly
It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn trailing.
Again, you won't play it safe. You can check the back of the sectional chart or look up the info online and see if any
Back
of
to
the
Claxton.
have set times of the day.
6 on the shot clock.
And
Claxton throws it down.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the
right
intensity.
inside
To the paint.
that was
Here's Oubre. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
This is the air traffic.
Well, you guys know I love analytics, but I still like the mid-range, especially when he's taking the shot.
So this instance,
Pass to Claxton.
stopped what I was doing.
And Claxton throws it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Military
Yeah,
operating
defensive
areas.
breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And it's Demon missing. And so here is Philadelphia. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
And
they double up and beat. Pass to Barlow.
Traffic advisories from the agency.
And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Military training rats. You look at the sectional chart here, there are lightly faded blue lines.
And a wide open look for Claxton. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Visual only flying or IFR flying. But wanted to check on the status of the routes. Quick contact the radio station listed on the chart, but to us, with a very small chance we would ever this at all. Temporary flight restrictions, or TFRs. So these are designed to temporarily restrict aircraft from entering designated areas for things such as sporting events, disaster sites, and even when higher-up government officials, such as the president, travel to various airports. So if you see a TFR where you're planning to fly your drone, you're going to have to wait for this to expire before you can fly. Remember how I mentioned earlier you face a lot of fines?
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Definitely consequences.
See, that's a two-pointer. A rebound by the Nets.
So, be smart.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it. But you don't want to enforce it. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And the Nets with possession here. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Claxton score the basket. His 8 for 13 from the floor.
But
that's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
On the sectional chart, it's going to look like
with the lead.
At Stolison line with rebounds. These are going to be good protected areas that is not going to be allowed. Let's learn how to read some of the
122 left to play in the third.
There will be instances.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Are going to be labeled equal. Doesn't have a control tower, it's going to be labeled magenta. Now let's break down some
There's the triple. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Next to that is
good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
The Nets have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
GPS for navigation. CT 119.3 is the control tower frequency.
And the first one at the line is good.
The control tower, we would say either AWOS or ASOS with a frequency number. The solid blue star means the control
second
tower
free throw,
has
no
operating
good.
hours that can be found on the chart supplement or online. The speed
and he nails the third.
CTAP, or Common Traffic Advisory Frequency.
50 seconds left in
When
the third
control
quarter.
tower is closed,
And it's out of
tower
bounds. The
frequency is
76ers able to retain possession here.
CTAP, which you would use to announce your position on the ground or in the air.
There's
So
48
that
seconds
other
left
aircraft
in the third
nearby
quarter.
are always aware
And he
of their
drives
air.
in. Payne's shot is good.
123.85
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
to get weather reports. This is going to tell you everything from winds,
Here's Traore.
everything a pilot needs to be aware of.
Plays it up and banks it in. Traore's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And here's Walker outside. The rebound by Demon. The Nets on offense. They're on a 16-6 run. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Below that is the number 516. This is your airport elevation. Capital L with an asterisk means the airport has part-time lighting operations. The number 71 is giving you information on the longest runway available, hundreds of feet. And the frequency 122.905 is the Unicom frequency, which is used mostly for fixed-base operations that regard airport. They are the ground service provider that can offer fuel to aircraft and taxi services if needed.
Now,
Here are the
Claxton,
questions. Which
18 points for
studying
him.
the blue and magenta
And
colors
so,
used to
Jordi
depict
Fernandez
airports on sectional
decides to
charts,
call
and
timeout.
under what
He made
conditions,
the
if
decision
any,
to huddle
may
up with
remote
his
pilots
guys
fly
and talk about
through a
strategy.
restricted area. Go ahead and pause the video if you want more time to answer this question later. Remember that if airport information on the sectional chart is blue, that means the airport has a control tower. If it's magenta, that means it does not have a control tower. For the other question, restricted areas you can fly in so long as you get proper authorization first. Here's two more for you. Refer to this figure. The chart shows a gray line with VR 1667, VR 1617, VR 1638, and VR 1668. Could this area present a hazard to the operations of a small unmanned aircraft? And refer to this airport, which frequency would be used as a common traffic advisory frequency to monitor the airport traffic. If we look at figure 32, you can see the light gray here. Whenever it starts as VR, it means it's a military training route that is under visual flight
11
rules.
seconds left in the third.
If it says IR, that means it falls under
In the corner, it's Oubre.
IFR. If it has a 4-digit number,
Lowry
means the training
inside
route
the line.
will be at or below
And we've
15
reached the end of the third.
If it's 3
Brooklyn
digits,
ahead
means the training route
as they
is
end
above
the
or
third
below
quarter
15.
with a massive
So, because there's
16-6 run.
4-digit numbers, that means there is a potential hazard for us. We fly a drone in this area because the military aircraft.
We've reached the fourth
might
quarter, and
fly
what has been a very
or
competitive
below.
game should be an exciting finish. The
Figure
76ers
54,
trail
the
by 6.
information we are looking at for CTAP frequency. Looking at this
See,
question,
that's a two-pointer.
again, notice how the multiple
Rebounded
choice
by the
options
Nets.
for the question show both the 135.075
Here's
and
Traore.
122.8 frequencies. That's intentional. Remember,
It's
the letter
Claxton
C
high
right here
post.
tells us what? That the control tower is not always open.
Here's
Switch
Porter.
over to CTAP when the
It's
tower
hauled
is
in by
closed.
Edwards.
And we want to
And
use
here's the
frequency
fast break.
code next
Maxey
to that
leading
letter
the way.
C. So 122.8
And it's out of bounds. The
is the answer.
76ers able to
Let's talk
retain
about
possession.
topography for a moment, because most likely you're going to have questions on this for your Part 107 team. So if we look at a globe,
Tries a three
you
off
can
the
find
inbound.
coordinates for specific
It's hauled in by
locations
Michael
using
Porter.
lines of latitude,
Nets
which go
leading by
horizontally
6.
east and west, and longitude, which go vertically north and south.
Here's Traore.
Lines of latitude start at the equator, which starts out at 0 degrees, and this
Here's
is the
Demon.
lateral line that goes
And he drops
through
in the
the
layup
middle
off the
of
glass.
globe,
Bro,
separating
you want to
into the
shoot a
northern
high
and
percentage
southern
from the
hemispheres.
floor? That's
Starting
where
with
you
the
go
equator
with the
and you go
ball.
all the way to the
Here's
north and south
Maxey
pole.
outside.
Those lateral lines
The
are
76ers again can't
at
hit
0,
it.
all the way to
Diversified
the north
scoring in
or
this
south
one
pole.
for him.
For the
I
lines
love
of
when
longitude,
everyone can get
they're also
involved.
labeled in
A
degrees,
full
and its
team
starting
effort.
point of 0 is called
Pass to
the time
Bona.
period, and it's located
For the
in
three.
Greenwich Mean.
Maxey,
This
no
line
good.
of longitude will
Yeah, there's
separate
no
the globe
reason for the
into
defense to
very
get out on
big
him right now. Just let him keep
closely on
taking
this
that
sectional
shot
chart,
until he
you're
shows
gonna see
them he's
lines
going to
of
knock it
35
down.
degrees latitude.
To the middle. And
I've gone
Claxton
ahead and
throws it down.
outlined those lines and read them to get better visual.
Inflicting
Notice
some
that those lines
punishment with the
have
two-hand flush.
Ah, they're going for
use
the
those tick
throat.
marks for measuring purposes.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here.
Smaller increments
Let's go to the
called
sideline and
units,
see what
which
Allie
are actually
LaForce
gonna
has
be
dug up for us.
used
Allie,
to
take it
measure
away.
distance, not
I was able to listen in on what Nick
degree
Nurse had to
can be
say to the
equivalent
team.
to 60 minutes,
He
like
said to them,
here.
you guys look
When we go
defeated out
100
there.
degrees longitude
Wake up.
on the right
This
of the
game
chart,
is far from
and then
over, but
turn
I
to
need you all to
101
believe that. I need you to fight for one another right
that
now.
distance in total
Terrific,
is
Allie. We
60.
appreciate the report.
If we take
And
the
the free
first
throw,
tick mark
no good.
pointed out by the red arrow, that point is red is latitude of 35 degrees.
Nets leading by 10.
Now this tick mark is latitude of 34 degrees, 55 minutes lead.
Pass to
First
Toure.
glance, it doesn't look like it because we're zoomed in
Here's
really
Porter.
close. But if we
Claxton
were to zoom
outside.
out, you can see the 34 degrees starts.
Oubre with the
and
rebound.
count the tick marks all the way to
Now
that
the
same
76ers with it.
coordinate. We're gonna get 34
Nothing
degrees,
doing offensively yet for them in the
5
fourth.
minutes. Let's look at a
In
sample
the second
question.
half, it
First,
seems
this
like
figure.
they've given him the
What
green
airport
light.
is located
Might want to
approximately
rethink
47
that.
degrees
And
north
watch out, you
latitude?
don't bring the whole
94
basket
degrees,
down on top of you, young
west.
fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Blue Lake, or
Claxton with the
Rapids.
rebound.
Now, obviously,
Brooklyn
this is
leading
going to
by
be too
12.
small for you to try and do anything. So, I've already
Here's
gone
Porter.
ahead and outlined it for you.
Rips it down with
Starting
two
over
hands.
47 degrees.
Yeah, it seems like Porter Jr. could do even more of this. Attacking right
Every
at
10
the
tick
rim.
marks, you'll see they make
And
a
just
tick mark
miss
that's much
after
larger
miss right
to help
now.
you count faster. But if you had a larger image of the sectional chart, the Walker Mooney Airport
Quarter
is
keeps
the
moving
answer.
right along.
It's
3 minutes
47
run so far.
degrees, 9 minutes north, and 94 degrees, 38 minutes west.
Oh, the slam dunk.
That's the type of question I remember
What I
having
like
on my
here,
part.
even
107
with the
Sam,
big lead, they
very
continue
likely
to
you might see one of
execute
these as
their
well.
offense.
Have some
Yeah,
recommended
to put
practices in
together
that you
this
buy
kind
off
of
Amazon
performance
that
at
includes
both ends of
sample
the
charts
floor
for you.
on the
If you need
road,
to answer these
it's
types of questions,
impressive.
you might be
And
asked.
it's
So
Nick Nurse
feel free to
calling
purchase them
timeout
down
here.
in the description below.
And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Maxey fires. Porter pulls it down.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Okay, now we're going to go into some airport operations. So, why do we need to know anything about
1:39
airports?
left to play in the
Because
final
even though
quarter.
You're not going to be allowed to fly a drone
Down
here
to 5
or
on the shot
airports
clock.
in the U.S. You can request permission by ATC and the FAA. If the airport
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Brooklyn.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one,
you
but
request to
I'd
fly a
say
drone
that the shooting
on airport
accuracy
property
made the
and it's
difference.
approved,
Yeah, I think you're on
they're
point,
gonna make
Kevin.
sure that
They
you
got better
understand
looks,
how
and that
airport
tends to
operations work,
lead
so you
to a
don't
better
just
field
fly
goal
your drone through.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was
Flying a
from
drone
Nick
from the airport
Claxton.
do not
Well,
mean
bottom
that you fly
line,
it wherever,
he was
however.
just unstoppable at times. Not much
Let's
you
start
can
with
do
traffic
when he's
patterns.
playing
If you've
that
ever
kind
watched
of
planes take off in the end of
And
airports,
you know they
there is a
feel
standard
good
traffic
giving the
pattern
fans
that
a show
exists.
here
You
while
watch air
taking
traffic
care
at a much
of
smaller
business.
airport. You'll
Yep,
get a
the
better
crowd
idea on
gets to
how this
go
works.
home feeling
Watching
good about the
planes
win
park
tonight.
land.
Their team
So
looked
here is our
impressive.
basic
And a
traffic pattern
wide
that we
open
use.
look for Porter.
Assuming this airplane is going to
Another
stay in
three
this
for
traffic
Brooklyn.
pattern, when it departs the runway,
Inspired
it
Nigga,
is
you
tonight. They
suck,
fought
nigga.
hard and at crucial
traffic pattern.
points just made
from there,
the
the
play.
airplane makes a turn.
Yeah, they saved the best
Crosswind
basketball
leg,
for this home
followed by the
stretch,
downwind
and they
leg.
certainly earned this
Now
one.
the aircraft is going to be parallel to the runway. The final two turns of the traffic pattern are known as a base and a final.
Here's Toure. And it is
Depending
there off
on
the
the
inbound.
airport, aircraft
And
might be in the
Nicholas
standard
Claxton gets the
left-hand
whistle
pattern,
that time.
or in some
That's
cases,
his fourth foul of
it
the
might go
contest.
into a right turn or a non-standard pattern. The pattern can depend on several factors, but for our purposes,
They're going
the
to turn
traffic
it over.
pattern
They
can go
couldn't get it in
standard
bounds that
or
time.
non-standard. When an aircraft enters the pattern for landing,
And
it will
here's
normally
Brooklyn.
enter the pattern at a
Big
45
time run
degree angle
continues here.
from that
16-0,
downwind
shutting
leg.
it down.
In some cases,
It's a
there
4-second
is
differential
additional
between the shot
leg
clock
for
and
this
game
pattern,
clock.
which is known
And it's
as
a defensive
upwind leg.
3-second violation.
And it's located on the opposite side of the downwind. So
And the
only
technical
time
free
you
throw,
may actually
missing that
see
time.
the
They'll
upwind
retain
leg
possession here,
being
however.
used when an aircraft has to abort the landing to avoid
They're
the
outside.
collision to another aircraft.
Rebound
that is
by
in
the
pattern
76ers.
on the runway. When an aircraft is departing an airport, it can depart the
And there's
pattern
the
either
8-second
going
call as
straight
they
out
can't get it
or
across
at a
half court in
45 degree
time.
angle. Now, the altitude for this pattern is going to vary, but most commonly you
9
might see
seconds
the
left
pattern
in the
start
fourth
at an
quarter.
altitude of 1,000 feet. If the airport has control tower,
Screen by
this pattern is
Claxton.
going to vary.
Lets it
Aircraft might be
go
told
with
to
the
fly
3.
straight in,
Offline.
straight out. They may follow the standard pattern, so it's important that you pay attention to where you are seeing aircraft entering and departing the airport every chance you can. If you find yourself in an airport with a control tower, the airport is going to be divided into two different areas, a movement area and a non-movement area. Non-movement areas are parts of an airport where you do not need to communicate with the tower at all. You can actually go around the non-movement area as much as you please. And these are going to be the parts of the airport such as your ramps, aprons. Movement areas, however, are going to be parts of the airport where you do need to make contact with the tower, because movement areas are your taxiways and runways where aircraft are active. On the ground, the marking that is used to identify the boundary between these areas is a solid yellow line with a dashed line like this. If you're on the side where the line is solid, that means you are in the non-movement area and you need to contact the tower